Here on Earth, it's like kind of rules. Of course, like everywhere you go, you want to have some type of rules to establish society, I guess. Keep everyone like kind of in order and check so no one goes over and like want to take over the world because they know we are spiritual beings. So there are rules and set in place. And sometimes, like I said, what the Earth is basically like it's like a learning ground. So it's like they like who runs the earth. It's like it's multiple deities. It's not just us here, as people are constantly wondering, and it's actually coming out in the news today where we are not the only beings that exist. There are higher forces, which you would call the Galactic Federation. I could get into that as well. I've met these beings. It sounds kind of crazy, but Earth, they want to keep us grounded. So it's sometimes knowing this information can make people it could cause a mass hysteria. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think if you're not ready for it, you should take your time not to jump into these things, to learn these things. But it's also good to know what's what, so you can live life smoothly. And also how to keep us bounded. People that do kind of cross over and start to have these mass awakenings, or spiritual awakening, they come out of spiritual amnesia. Sometimes when they're not ready and prepared and they haven't faced their lessons yet in life, things that could trigger these awakenings like trauma, mainly trauma is the things that trigger these things, and people wake up out of the spiritual amnesia. And then if they're not ready and it happens too soon, that's when it goes into like psychosis. Then they try to figure out what's wrong with them, why they see these things, why they noticing the patterns, and with people, why they notice that everybody's like glitching like in the Matrix. Like, how do they know that people are pretending, everybody's not who they say they are? And then they go to the doctor, try to figure out what it is, and then they get diagnosed like things like bipolar, schizophrenia, because they're not ready to deal with this type of information. But if you have an awakening through trauma while you're grounded and went through a lot of lessons in life, you can handle these information much easier because you already went through lessons. So you're not like gonna be crazy. Like, you're not gonna find these. So once you have these spiritual awakenings, that's when it's like, oh, you start putting the pieces together. Oh, I had to learn this lesson. I learned this lesson. Oh, these people were in my life to teach me this. Oh, this now it all starts to make sense. Connecting the dots. Oh, I was going through karma. Oh, I didn't notice that I was doing this role for these people. Oh, I didn't know these people were pretending and it wasn't really my lover. It wasn't really my friend. Or that job really was trying to get me out of there. They was trying to really get me in trouble. Or they really didn't like me. And it wasn't just in my head. And oh my gosh, there's more to life. And, once you figure these things out, now you have to figure out how to maneuver while you're in the Matrix, right? While you're still here. Because we can't leave until our mission is complete. Once we fulfill our destined, written goal, then we go back and we either become a teacher, or we still have more things to learn and we come back, or we go to other realms. We're like, oh, I don't want to go to Earth this time, I'll go to another one. So that's what it's like to be in that spiritual amnesia when you come to Earth. But it's all to help us grow as souls at the end of the day.